age, Marisha, when she was a little girl, used to come and play here back in the 1940s and 50s. I'm originally from South Africa. My wife is also South African, and prior to living in Mauritius, we were living in Taiwan, and it was in Taiwan. I was teaching English. I'm a school teacher by profession, and that's what I was doing in Taiwan. But while we were in Taiwan, we came across an interesting group of people, actually pretty similar to the people who come to Santosha Refuge. They had a place called the Refuge. It was an international community of musicians, friends, and like-minded people who just wanted to share love, positivity, and music. And when we left Taiwan, that was, before we even touched down in Mauritius, that's what we wanted to do here. And when we saw this space, we knew this is where we wanted to do it. And it took us 1.5 years of living in Mauritius before we finally got the keys to the house and started living here. I don't know if you had a heart, it would break. Well, I think from when I was a little kid, I used to play piano, but then I kind of gave that up. But I always felt like, even after giving up playing piano at the age of 10 or 11, I felt like there was something missing. And when I went to university, where I studied to be a school teacher, it was when I was at university that I started playing the guitar. That was like 25 years ago. And I was inspired by Cat Stevens. Cat Stevens, a big influence, and another big influence is a guy by the name of Sixto Rodriguez. And he's had a profound effect on my music and just my life, because his lyrics are so powerful. And I think it was after, listening to Cat Stevens and, doing some Rodriguez songs, I play covers mostly, that I knew music was always going to be a part of my life. And, when I finished university, I went overseas for 2 years, and for 2 years I just used to play my guitar on the streets and busk and, make money that way. So, and then coming back home to South Africa, that was after being 2 years overseas, it was time to get a real job. But music has always just found a way into my life. I mean, it's always going to be a part of my life. And now in Mauritius, I just got to make it part of my life here, and to see how it can, what I can share. Woman, please be gone. You stayed here much too long. Don't you wish that I would cry? Don't you wish I would die? See me see some kids, child, woman, all them kids. The dust will choke you blind. The lust will choke your mind. I kiss the floor, one week no more. The pig and hoes have set me free. I've tasted hate streets hanging tree. I've tasted hate streets hanging tree. I've tasted hate streets hanging tree. It can affect people positively, because I think music is a medium of, it's an international medium of communication to spread positive messages, and so that's what our mission is here. My wife, she sings with me, and my kids sing with me now, and it does. You'll see by the people who come here, you know, everybody's always positive when they come here. And it's nice. It's nice to be around that positivity. The inner city birthed me. The local bush unites me. Cousins make it on the street. There are a couple of musicians in South Africa that have had a profound effect on me. One of whom is Steve Fatah. He's a legend. You just have to Google him. There's another guy, Madalo Kuneni. He hasn't. I haven't really jammed with him, but I've associated a lot with him. He's a Zulu Nyanga, and he's just got an African wisdom, you know, that he gives out through his music, and it's been wonderful. Like work, you know, I've done some work with him, you know, community work with him. I've had some of my most recent jams have been with a local Mauritian here who always blows me away. So I appreciate any time he comes here. He's been part of the fabric of santosha, as Mike has been. Mike is another musician who plays here at santosha. Gabby, and it's so nice to see the growth of musicians, not just because of santosha, but you know, over time, you know, they keep coming back, and you see how they're growing as musicians. Santosha Refuge is really a place where musicians must feel welcome to come and play, and you know, that's the stage for musicians. We're not any commercial venue for musicians. That's our place. Don't ask us. Don't request songs, because we will play what we want to play. You know, that's what it's a. Well, that's where you get. That's where you get the creativity. That's where you get the magic. Is when musicians don't feel like they're under pressure. You know, it's a safe environment, and where you can try different things and do different things. Because love comes slow, and goes so fast. What do you see when you fall? But never to judge, or never to keep cold. You love it too much, you dive too deep. Cause you only need the light when it's running low. Miss the sun when it starts to snow. It's only moment, love, let it go. All I know is how. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know the love. Let it go. Here, there's a lot more freedom, and you see that's where the essence of jamming is all about. Is when people can feel free, you know, and do what they're called to do. Being a musician is a calling, and you know, when musicians can, we've had times here where we've had maybe 6 different musicians on the stage from 6 different continents. Never met each other, but the music is what brings them together, and that's when you really see beautiful stuff happening. And You know, in the beginning, it's each musician doing a set, doing a 20-minute set, 2 songs, 4 songs, 8 songs, and that. And then the jam just happens naturally. You know, Emmanuel walks through the gate, and well, there's a guitar on the stage, and we say, "Hey, come on, come and join me on the song." And then you know we start jamming, and then another musician rocks up, and I know my level. It's time for me to get off because there's some other guys, coming around, and then you know, and so you know you get an exchange of musicians happening. That's sort of the as I call it, it's the santosha magic. You know, it's the magic of santosha that you know that usually happens later on in the evening. But it's also magic when you see the kids on the stage at the beginning of the evening, and anybody you know who wants to play. I mean, I believe you sing a few songs, and I hope you're going to get a couple of songs out of you guys tonight. You know, I mean, that's what it's about. It's about sharing, and you know, it's not how good you are and all that kind of thing. You know, we're musicians. We're here to play, and then of course they're the people who come to watch and listen. You know, sometimes we've had more musicians on stage than there've been people actually sitting in the audience. You know, I mean, sometimes it's like that. You know, sometimes we'll have 50, 60 people.
You ain't going nowhere. I said, doing well, riding me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come up. Oh, we're gonna fly down in the easy chair. Genghis Khan, he could not keep all his men supplied with sleep. We'll climb that hill no matter how steep. When we get up to it, we will riding high. Tomorrow's the day.
Every Saturday, we do it whether people come or not. You know, because there'll be myself, there'll be at least 1 or 2 other musicians, and together we can make some music, and we can try different things, and so that's the spirit of santosha. Well, what's interesting when we got to this place. This house is known as Santosha, and I came over with a refuge idea, and I put the two together, Santosha Refuge. And then when I looked into the name of Santosha, it means contentment, it means happiness, it means peace. And as I've heard from the locals in the village here, music has always happened here. Even before we started Santosha here. I came to 1 or 2 music things that were happening here. And even then, I knew one day I'm going to live here. Every time we used to drive past, we're going to live here. And yeah, so it's special, it's a special place, and there's special people who come, and it's just nice doing special things around special people,
We stay in La Golette in an apartment, and Corinna, she told us that every Saturday it's a jam session here, so we just want to join it.
Pour moi, c'est un nouvel art, et ça apporte de bonnes vibrations, et aussi pour les jeunes qui peuvent rentrer dans la musique. Et je crois que c'est super.
Fairly regularly with my children. This is a fabulous place.
Stuffed.
Great music, new and up-and-coming musicians. It's a very special environment in Tamarin, in Mauritius. We need more of this.
It's what it is. It's a universal language, isn't it? Music. You don't have to speak the language to understand the music. And it always has been. Music has brought so many people together, whether you're talking about the blues from America in the early days, or you're talking about rock and today or heavy metal today, it's still everybody comes together for the music. That brings us together in peace and happiness.
It's late in the evening. She's wondering what clothes to wear. Puts on her makeup, brushes her long hair, and then she asks me, do I look alright? And I say yes, you look wonderful tonight. We go to a party, everyone turns to see this beautiful lady walking around with me. And then she asked me, do you feel alright? And I say yes, I feel wonderful tonight. I feel wonderful because I see the love light in your eyes. And the wonder of it all is that you just don't realize how much I love you.
I really think that jamming provides musicians with a great opportunity to grow as a musician, because now you can put all those little things that you've learned along the way, just improvising, because that's what you're doing, you're improvising. We have this one musician who comes to Santosha regularly, and he's really good. And we had a guy visiting just by chance. He came here and he was watching the music, loving what was going on, and then he saw this youngster on the stage, and he said to me, listen, I'm doing a festival towards the end of the year, and I'd really like this kid to come and feature at our festival.
Oh, my darling, you were wonderful tonight.
It's my second home. It's just where I come on a Saturday to make music.
Where do you come from?
Originally UK.
For how long are you here in Mauritius?
But I've got a contract for another 2 years.
Non, moi, tous les mois, je ne sais pas parce que la musique, elle a fait correct, on va dire, comment on dit, dans samedi comme ça, mais dans une ambiance, quand c'est un petit peu mauricien, étranger, you're right, bon,
you know, I see where couples bring their family and they bring their children along. You know, you see children that are swinging on the swings and running around.
Moi, je suis content. Et bon, avec mon madame et mon petit, nous aimons les familles et tout parce qu'ils nous connaissent en base là. C'est une base, comme aux musiciens, ben, cette base là, c'est une base pour rencontrer les autres. Ouais. C'est tout. Voilà. Pour jouer un coup, pour jammer un coup. Hein.
I've been coming here for about 2.5 years since I arrived in Mauritius. I met Starwin and Jason, and they are lovely people, and I just clicked with them immediately. And so since then, I've been coming here to sing and to meet people and to be part of this community, and it's been wonderful.
I'm Silke, I'm from Germany,
It's the first time I'm here. We just got the invitation from a friend, and yeah, I enjoyed here. It's good vibration.
For me, it's just great to have a platform for musicians to be able to express themselves. They're all pretty musical. My daughter, she plays the guitar and she sings, and the guitar that she's learned in style is totally self-taught. My eldest son as well also plays guitar, and my second son. My third son hasn't yet got into guitar, but he does sing and he tries to play a little bit. But yeah, it's great. They all enjoy music. They all enjoy being around here. You know, music is food for the soul, and as long as there's music, you can be happy.
I'm working on strategies of bringing in some musicians initially from South Africa, because I've got friends, I've got a network in South Africa. I've tapped into a network obviously in India from an India trip, and I even have contacts in Southeast Asia. Because music's alive wherever you go, and as a musician, wherever you go, you're gonna attract those kind of people into your life. So naturally, and then with my experience here at Santosha and meeting other Mauritian musicians as well as international musicians, you kind of gauge where you think there is a need, and so I've got projects in the pipeline that I'm working on.
But someone told me yesterday I went through love away. Yeah, I said I just don't care. You look as if you're going somewhere, but I just can't convince myself I couldn't live with someone else, and I can only play that part. I sit and nurse my broken heart, so lonely, 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 it's so lonely. I go a lot on my door for 1,000 years or more. All made up and nowhere to go. Welcome to this one-man show. Now take the seat and always free. No surprise, no mystery. In this theater that I call my soul, I always play the starry role. So lonely, so lonely, so lonely, so lonely, feel so lonely, so lonely, so lonely, so lonely, feel so lonely, so lonely.